let's listen in on these on KB1LSK.
Yeah, I hear you, man. Yeah, the other thing about the beam I'm not crazy about, not that I'm trying to discourage you, is you get to constantly turn everything around. I like 100% circle, and people can get me all the way, but you cannot beat the power of a beam. There's no doubt about that. Go ahead.
My friend was, I could hear the guy from India on tonight on 14 on 20 meters. And I sent a text to my friend, and he's got the 20-meter beam. So he was able to pull the India guy out.
Let me turn it up a little.
I never tried him, but I didn't think I could because there was a little bit of a fight up there as well. But with the 20-meter beam, he had no problem.
I hear you, man. Yeah, beam, you just can't beat them. It's just the maintenance of them. Everybody knows who has one. When they go down, man, they go down. And just trying to get somebody to climb those towers and get them fixed is just, and you live in Canada, me up in northern Maine, the weather can get really severe up here. But, hey, it is what it is. Hey, bud, thanks for getting back to me. And I'm just going to cruise the bands and see what else I can get back to make some more contacts.
Yeah, sounds good, Mo.
Let's see if we can get them.
Probably just circle around the band. On 20 meters there for a little while. Now I'm down on 40 meters, see what I can hear. But no, you got a super signal coming in here. No problem for QSO at all. Okay, Mo, we'll probably see a little further down the line. Thank you for the contact. 01 Tango Hotel 73.
Okay, Bubba, 7-3. Thanks for getting back to me. You have a fine Navy day. This is KB1LSK Lima Sierra Kilo. Anybody else out there want to get back to me?
Alpha Charlie 1 Oscar.
Wow, Oscar, wow, nice signal. Go ahead.
QSL, thank you. Yes, it's Alpha Charlie 1 Oscar down here in Springfield, Massachusetts. How you doing today, Mo?
Man, you sound good, bub. You sound studio quality, man. I'm scared of you. How you sound?
QSL. Hey, man, thank you for the kind flowers, man. I really appreciate it. You sounding good down here to Springfield, Mass. I tell you that. You're swinging up to a 20-plus over here. I don't know if you're running any power or not, but it's sure getting down here really good.
Yeah, I'm putting some power on you, baby. I got about 1,200 watts coming out to you on the AL80B. I'm on a Kenwood TS990 with a higher microphone. PR40. Go ahead.
QSL, yeah, the 990. That is a beautiful radio. A little on the expensive side for me right now. Can't afford it. My Elmer has one, actually. It's a beautiful radio. I like coming over to his house, and once in a while I get on and get to play with it a little bit. But, yeah, that is a great radio. I'm running a SunSDR DX2 right now. I'm running barefoot, 100 watts, and I'm running a G5 RV and an inverted V. The apex is about 45 feet up in the air there, QSL.
Man, you only running 100 watts? Get out of here.
Yeah, man, barefoot, 100 watts only. The amp is actually going to be the last thing I purchase. I'm in the process of getting a tower. I heard you talking about beams earlier. I actually have a beam right now in my antenna that in my basement here that I can't use. I got to put it together once I get the tower. So I started from the top down instead of the other way around there, QSL.
Yeah, man. You got to do what you got to do. Yeah, you can't beat the beams. I just hate the maintenance on them, I got a towel. I got some pictures on QRZ. I think one of them, my towel could be on there. KB1LSK on QRZ. But my towel right now is at 50 feet, and this summer or this spring sometime, my towel guy's going to come up and put it up the rest of the way. And I'm going to get up to about 120, something like that. And other than that, that's about it. I might play around with some ground antennas. But other than that, that's really it, really, But yeah, man, you sound really good. You should hear yourself. I gotta get me some kind of a separate recording. I think tonight when I get off the radio, I like the real tape recorders, the nice big Sonys, and that way when I get good signals, like I'm playing back on the air, just how they sound coming to me. Because I tell you, man, your quality is really good.
QSL, man, thank you. Yeah, I'm basically running FL Studio with a couple of plugins and then make the audio sound real good. I'm running a Shure SM7B into the PC through the software, and the software into the radio there. Elmer, another one, he helped me out with this too as well. So all thanks to him.
Wow, man. Yeah. Well, this Kenwood 990, I got it not too long ago. I'm still learning how to use it. And I went into it a few times and made some adjustments. Man, this radio, boy, I tell you, is almost too much radio for me. And there's stuff in here I'll never use. But I don't know how many times I kicked stuff out by accident. It took me a while to get it back. I had some of my buddies come over and we had to go over it to figure this radio out. And but I finally got the base of it. And I got some more learning to do. But what you did, man, is really good. Yeah, I don't have any computers or any laptops on my bench here. I'm old school all the way. I like just talking just on the radio, and just go the old school. I even got my clocks in front of me of all the time zones.
Yeah.
I got pictures on QRZ, so I like keeping the old school. Back to you.
QSL for sure. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's definitely fine to do. Yeah, I looked at your QRZ page really quick. Yeah, you got a beautiful shack there, and I see you got those. What are those? The old gas pump there? Is that at your house? At your QTH there?
Yeah, that's where I live. Where the gas pumps are, the building right behind it, the gas station that was here back in 1920s, 30s, and the building we got barns behind that you can't see. And then you got the garage, and we got barns behind that you can't see. And then you got the house over to the far left. And the original house burned down in 1944, and then it was a huge barn there, huge barn. And that burned down, and then the family rebuilt it. As they rebuilt it, they lived in the store upstairs, and they built a house to the side. Well, what you see now, they scaled down big time. And when that family passed away, it was vacant for a while. Then my wife and I bought it. And I'm from Boston. I moved up here about 17 years ago. So I was very lucky to snatch it out. And I sprayed it, and I did different things to it, and yada, yada, yada. And I got those pumps out of Virginia. A gentleman rebuilt 3 of them, restored them. And I just went on, and I got a hot on for those pumps, man. I flew down there quick. And my wife said, yeah, go on down there and look at it. So I flew down, and I walked in that guy's garage. I said, I'll take all 3 of them. And I shipped them right out. And I hooked them up, and I take them in over the wintertime. I don't leave them out. And I got some other ideas I'm going to be doing this spring. But that's pretty much the gist of it right there. A few more projects, but I'm just about done. Back to you.
KB1LSK, this is Alpha Charlie 1 Oscar. Yeah, they look beautiful. As soon as I seen that, I was like, oh, wow. I'm going to have to come back and look at his page, when I have a little more time. Basically, after I finish this QSO, which I'll probably check it out. Hey, just in case, before I forget, I'm recording the video here, and I will probably put it up on YouTube maybe within a week from now. You can go ahead and check it out if you like it. You can search Alpha Charlie 1 Oscar, AC1R, I should say, and then go ahead and check out the video. I'll name the video after you, KB1LSK there, so you can hear yourself. And yeah, them pumps, bro, you must have a lot of people coming and stopping by, taking pictures and stuff.
Buddy, you have no idea. You have no idea. I also ordered a Norton's service bell. I don't know what your age, but I'm 68. Remember the old bells? You drive over and go ding, 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 ding. Well, I got one of those. And we get a two-part driveway. You can come in one direction and swing around to the palms and swing out, or you can take a right and go into the garage. So when they swing in, we ding 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 ding, and we had people come out and trying to pump gas out of those pumps, man. It is funny as hell. And I come out and say, no, they're not hooked up. They said, what? I said, no, there's no price on the gas, but they don't care. They come out, and it's just a funniest thing. We're right on US 1, and, right up on the Canadian border. It's a small village town. I mean, the population up here is, like, really small. But we get tourists come up here, and when tourists, they come in, and they swinging all the time. And so anyway, my shack is located inside there, and so we meet a lot of nice people because of that. Back to you.
QSL for sure. Yeah, I do remember actually those the hoses used to put out there, and when you run them over, it goes ding ding. Actually, one of my first job as a kid there, I started pumping gas, and I recall them. When the bell rang, we go out there and pump gas. I'm 50 years old, and but yeah, I remember the gas station that I worked at. They had those, and we would go outside, check the oil, do this and that, pump the gas, and so on. It was my summer job there. My grandfather was one of the head mechanics there, so it was a good experience, that's for sure. And once I seen them, I thought about things like that. And yeah, those pumps are pretty good. Who knows? Maybe I might pass through there one day. I just bought a camper. That's why I don't have the tower yet. So I think family comes first. So I bought a camper, and we're going to be doing a lot of camping. So who knows? Maybe I might swing by there one day, QSL.
QSO, man. Hey, you'd be surprised how many guys are on the radio. And when they came up to Maine, they swung by, and we met and get to shucking and jiving and talking, have a couple of hamburgers and some beers, whatever. Come by with their missus and everything. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, and now what part of Massachusetts do you live?
I live over here at Springfield, Massachusetts, right here where the Basketball Hall of Fame is. I'm about a 10-minute drive from the Basketball Hall of Fame there, QSL.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, I know who you are. Yeah, I was born and raised downtown Boston. I lived in a few other places. And I came up here for a visit, and I just fell in love with the place. I just couldn't believe it. And last time I was in Springfield, man, it was back in the 80s. No, it was in the 90s. It was the 80s? Yeah, it was in the 90s. And I tell you, man, that place is going to hell, man. I don't know if they're straightening up or not, but it was just sad what was happening. And how's it doing down there now?
Well, the section I live up towards the Forest Park section, closer to the East Long Meadow line. It is getting a lot better, though, compared to what I heard. I came up here in the 90s. I was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. Like you, I came up here, and actually, I didn't fall in love with Springfield. I fell in love with my wife. I met her up here, and I've been stuck here ever since there, QSL.
Hey, that's a good reason.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So, yeah, I've been here over 30 years, and I got to raise my kids right, and I got grandkids now, and I wouldn't move from here, to be honest with you. There's no way I'll live in the city again, that's for sure. And if I do move, it's got to go somewhere country, you know what I mean? Somewhere with peace and quiet.
Yeah, I hear you, man. Well, that's what got me in love up here. Up here in this part of Maine, northern Maine, it's I think our town, I think it's like 100, maybe 170 people. It's not very large at all. And I just can't say enough about it. But I went back to Boston a few times. It was nice to visit, but I couldn't wait to get the hell out of there. I just couldn't do it.
You know what? It's funny that you say that, because when I first came out here, I liked going to New York every weekend. And then it was like about a year or two before I went back. And as soon as I got down there, probably within an hour of being down there, I wanted to come back home.
Yeah, man. Holy cow. We live, the closest city to us is Bangor. And Bangor is a 2-hour ride. My wife and I, we just bought a pup a Brussels sprout, a real small dog. And we took her down to Bangor to get her looked at. We got to get her fixed and stuff.
Yep.
And a 2-hour drive from here down there on Route 9, going southwest, we only saw maybe 8 cars, along with a few logging trucks. That was it. That was a whole 2-hour drive going down there. That's our roads up here. And there were times when we drive back from Bangor, we see 1 car. And there's no major highway up here, just Route 1 or either Route 9. And I tell you, it's just real nice. So the crowds up here, the original crowds, it's very. But I tell you, it's funny about up here. You can fit all of New England, all 6 states of New England inside the state of Maine. And Washington County is possibly the same size as Massachusetts. Just a different configuration. Well, down in Massachusetts, where you guys are, you got, I don't know how many red lights, millions of them, 2, 3 million, who knows? Countless of red lights, stopping lights, and all that. Up here in Washington County, being the same size, we only have 2 red lights. That's it in the whole county. And they're located up in next town down from us. That's called Calais, but the French call it Calais. And we got 2 lights there. I bought a brand new Jeep in 2018, a Jeep Renegade, brand new, off the lot. I have yet to replace my brakes. Now put your head on that one.
QSL, that is true. Yeah, coming from New York City where you got to change your brakes every 3 months, I understand that. Yeah, that's definitely. Yeah, well, I'm lucky in this way. Yeah, we do have traffic lights over here, but it's not as bad as it, like Boston. Boston traffic is really crazy, especially on the weekends, you know. Everybody's either trying to get out or trying to get to the city, so that's really heavy traffic. We get the simple rush hour traffic, you know what I mean, and it's a flow through basically. But yeah, we do have a lot of lights down here as well. Hey, listen, Mo, I don't know if I told you my name. The name is Adrian. I'm gonna let you go because you probably have someone else probably listening, trying to get in touch with you there. I really do appreciate let me give you a call there, and I'm glad I met you, and I'm hoping I can catch you out here some other day. Maybe on another band or even on the same band there. And who knows, maybe when I go camping up to Maine, I might see those pumps and stop by, say hello there, QSL.
Yeah, man, you better stop by, man. I'm find out where you live and cuss you out. Okay, but hey, thanks for getting back to me. I appreciate it. And yeah, I'm out here all the time. I'm floating around. And you have a fine Navy day, and I catch you on the flip side. KB1LSK 73.
A KB1LSK. This is AC10 73. Good night.
Okay, buddy. Thanks for getting back to me. This is Kilo Bravo 1 Lima Sierra Kilo.
Bro,
anybody else out there?
That was pretty good, man. I hope when you watch this video, you get to hear yourself, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you.
Kilo Bravo 1, Papa Papa Chu.